Hello, welcome back to Grumpy's Laid-Back Carvings. Today we're going to work on another clip, get it ready for some more of that Lichtenberg burning. Again, that stuff's pretty dangerous, y'all, so don't try that at home. I do not recommend anybody do it unless you truly understand the electricity and know what you're doing. Again, do that at your own risk. I do not advise anybody to do it. Alright, kick back and enjoy. Here comes the noisemakers.
Grumpy's in the shop, wood spinning on the lathe, roach clip stacking up like a craftsman's brave parade. Aliens creeping close, trying to sneak away. Captured rings so cool, they make the stars obey. Medication roll tight, lighter sparks the sky. Stress and pain no more, we watch the troubles die. Grumpy's got the magic, turning wood to flame. In his spinning universe, nothing stays the same. Shavings hit the floor like whispers in the night. Grumpy's hands are steady working by the light. Aliens look puzzled, they can't steal the charm. Captured rings are dancing, held within his palm. Medication roll tight, lighter sparks the sky. Stress and pain no more, we watch the troubles die. Grumpy's got the magic, turning wood to flame. In his spinning universe, nothing stays the same. Smoke curls to the ceiling, wood chips in the breeze. Aliens retreating like shadows through the trees. Roach clips in a pile, shining in their line. Grumpy's got the workshop, running smooth and fine. Medication roll tight, lighter sparks the sky. Stress and pain no more, we watch the troubles die. Grumpy's got the magic, turning wood to flame. In his spinning universe, nothing stays the same. Grumpy's in the shop spinning wood all day. Lathe thumbs a tune in his dusty ballet. Roach clips stack like a tower of dreams. Aliens lurking with mischievous schemes. Captured rings, they spin so cool. In this workshop, chaos rules. Medication roll tight, sparks take flight. Stress fades away in the glowing light. The shavings fly like a whirlwind's kiss. Grumpy's hands carve a moment of bliss. Aliens creeping but they can't steal. The magic here, it's too unreal. Captured rings, they spin so cool. In this workshop, chaos rules. Medication roll tight, sparks take flight.
Alright. Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, all that good stuff, whatever time it may be. Hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome back to Grumpy's Laid-Back Carvings. We are in the box. Yes, let's get everything moving around. Sorry for the bumpy camera ride. Make sure we got us all in camera for this. Alright. Yep, I was above my stuff. Now I'm closing the hatch. Oh, Okay, this unit is unplugged, unpowered, no power in the unit whatsoever. The only reason I have my hands up here. This is the new stick we did. Got 2 rings on this one and nothing broke. Yeah, I'm getting better. Don't quite like the design of the stick, but hey, it does look good. So, babbling. I'm gonna take my my baking soda and my water solution here. Again, we have 0 power in this machine. It's not even plugged in right now. This stuff is very dangerous. It will stop your heart. Do not play. Just don't do it. I gotta put my warnings out there. Painting the stick with the baking soda and water, so all the, I guess you'd say, the electrolytes will soak into the wood. That way the electrical current will travel and burn the wood much better. It just, you don't get a burn. It just, the electricity just doesn't flow. I mean, it flows, but it doesn't flow. It's a weird mix. And then I'm not really painting it up here because I don't want it to go past that. I don't want it to burn on that. That's too thin. You lose the integrity of your stick. And I don't really want it to burn the rings, but I have a feeling it just might burn the inside of these. They're a little bit smaller and a little bit tighter, so we'll have to see. Hope everybody's doing good today. And again, like I said before, please do not do this at home. I can't stress enough how dangerous this is. I got a lot of comments on the other video, and like I said, this is not a how-to. This is just for educational and demonstrative purposes only. This is what I do. But I got a bunch of comments talking about how cool and how brave I am for doing this. I'm not brave, let's just say I'm stupid. Alright, I will go ahead and say it for you. I am stupid. Because this here is not courage, it's stupidity. Because no, I'm scared. I do not like electricity. I respect the crap out of it. It scares the crap out of me. I have been shocked before playing with wiring on house circuits. I've been shocked on telephones from lightning. I've been shocked in windowsills from lightning. Again, being a dumb little kid sticking keys in sockets, you know, I've had my batteries recharged by a MIG welder, holding a steel pipe on a water barge for a guy to weld, and I had wet shoes, holes in my socks and stuff, so I was kind of grounded out to the machine when he went to welding. Yeah, I've been bit all the way around. Do not like it. I completely 100% try to respect it. That's why this is dangerous. I never hold my leads while it's even plugged in. I always completely unplug it even before I move anything. I unplug it and turn my power switch off. I've given myself a checklist so I don't shock myself. It's A, we plug it up. B, we turn it on. C, we hit the foot pedal. Then we go back to, we take our foot off the pedal, we turn it off, and we unplug it. And that's all before we move any prongs. Woo, them kids is having some fun in that pool. But alright, here we go. Let's see, I'm hoping that we do good here. But again, talking about checklist, I'm picking up my cord, I'm plugging the power into it. Okay, it is plugged up. Now I'm flipping on my power switch, and again, like I said, I labeled my power switch now, so I know what's on and off. Boom. We have power on, and I've let go of the cord. I am not touching the cord. Now I go back to my foot pedal. Whoop, let's turn this off here. I'm not touching my carbon box at all. I'm not touching any wood. I got my big toe touching my pedal. So let's hope we're pretty sure. Energy wild, breaking every norm. Feel the current. It's a reckless game. Oh, it's branching out pretty good. One touch and nothing. I need a box that's just a little bit stronger than this one. Electric blue, but this is perfect for my roach clips. Aliens dodging chaos in their flight. Lathe spins fast, the fire starts to grow. Pretty good.
roach clips, glowing like a deadly show.
Turning pretty good. I'm impressed with this one.
Grumpy's in the shop tonight, no turning back. Lichtenberg's burning, carving trails in the black. Roach clips gripping tight to the lathe with care. Sparks flying wild, crackling through the air.
It's pretty much connected under the rings. I think it's burning it. It's burning the rings a little bit. So.
Chaos dancing sharp and clear. Lichtenberg's lightning carving lines so tight.
Good. All right.
Grumpy's got the voltage
Power off.
burning bright tonight.
Machine unplugged. I don't have my smoke scrubber turned on. Ooh, light on. I got my fan on at the back door. I got a little charcoal filter box above me here, but I have to power it through my app on my phone. And I done started recording before I turned the app on. So, alright, this one didn't do too bad. I'm gonna leave it alone. There's a big void here on right through here, but if I try to hook it, yeah, it just started burning this ring some right here. That's unfortunate. I don't want the rings burned. Let's see something here. Power's off on the machine, y'all, so don't get me. I don't know how this is gonna work.
Aliens standing back, electric they fear. Crackling, chaos dancing sharp and clear.
I'm gonna try that. I don't know if that's actually gonna make contact on the bottom of that ring or not. Plugging it up, powering it on, big toe hitting the cord, the plug out here.
The voltage burning bright tonight.
Unplug, hit the power button, just make sure we discharged it.
With a fiery glare, sparks crackling through the heavy air. Danger dances in electric hues. Lichtenberg burns in shocking blues. Electric blue so wild, so bright. Sparks igniting chaos in the night. One wrong move, it all could end. Electric whispers where currents bend.
Alright. This is hard.
Aliens dodging the chaotic streams. Lightning etched in fractured dreams. Lathe spins fast, the edge
the ring is connected.
Charged with power, unknown shows.
Plugging the machine in. Turn it on the power button. Big toes hitting that safety switch.
One wrong move, it all could end. Electric whispers where currents bend.
Awesome. Switch unplugged.
Fingers tremble on the edge edge of thrill. Energy flows with a reckless will. Grumpy says don't, but the fire calls a daring leap through electric walls. Electric blue so wild, so bright, sparks igniting chaos in the night. One wrong move, it all could end. Electric whispers where currents bend.
Plugging it back up. It's the blast burn. Here we go. Big toe done turn the power on, and it zips out. Connected right away. Not what I wanted. Alright. There's it. Alright. Everything's unplugged and unpowered. I wouldn't be touching that. Alright, we will be back. Thank you. Alright, we're gonna try this again. Good morning. Welcome back to Grumpy's Laid Back Carvings. Hope everybody's doing well today. Of course, we're in the box. And the last little zip zap stick we did it with the green glove. I'm gonna use the blue. This is the stuff I'm using here. This is not necessarily UV reactive. This will glow just off of your regular lights in the house and charge it up to glow. But now if you truly want it to glow good, you want to charge it with a UV light, and then it dang sure glows. But this is my UV epoxy.
The shavings fall, they dance on the ground. A symphony of chaos in the workshop.
Get started.
Aliens hover, they're lurking for a chance. Grumpy's got his groove, they don't stand a glance. Captured rings so cool, they spin and gleam.
This glow pigment is a lot more coarse than the UV reactive stuff. The UV reactive stuff almost dissolves up in the resin when you mix it up. This stuff here stays kind of gritty.
Smoke curls up, it's a message in the air. Grumpy's fortress, no one else can compare. The lathe hums low like a beating drum. Aliens retreat, their plans come undone. Smoke curls up, it's a message in the air.
But I do like this because it just glows easier. Not everybody has access to black lights and UV lights. You can stick it outside for a few minutes and charge them and bring them back in, but that's no fun. But this one you can charge it with your light off your phone and then it'll glow for a few. And I got my pressure pot in today. That's always exciting. I was supposed to be able to convert it to being able to use it just from everything that was in the package when I bought it, but taking it apart, it didn't come apart as easily as I wanted, and so the pressure valve, let's see, here it is right here. Pressure valve, I'm trying to pull it out of here and it's wanting to strip apart right here. So plus that's too tiny for what I want to do, so I need to go to the hardware store, get a pressure valve, and then get a ball valve and an adapter to connect to my actual lid for my tank. I don't have a pressure pot, which means once I get that going, I won't have this no more. Because that is lack of pressure pot. There is so many bubbles in there that it's flexible, and we don't want that. Alright, I've mixed up my epoxy here, and I'm gonna go through with a toothpick and get it all in place. Now, I put it on the lathe since I zapped it and spun it back down smooth, because like I said, when you wet your wood, it causes the pores, the grains to expand and open back up, and so it's let me switch my glasses.
Trust in the flow, let the therapy spark. From the heat of creation, we ignite the dark. Subscribe, come along for the ride in this metal shop where the magic lies.
Hiding under a box.
Let the therapy spark. From the heat of creation, we ignite the dark.
There we go, I can see. But no, when you wet the wood with that solution to zap it, that causes those pores to open up and swell back up. And so when you do that, you gotta go back down and
Grumpy in the shop, sparks dance like ballet.
sand
Does
back over
therapy
that,
swirling,
smoothing
clears
the wood
cobwebs
back
away.
out.
Lathe spitting rings, roach clips in command. Medication rolled tight, light a spark in the plan. Spin it up, twist it tight, grumpy on the grind. Captured rings, cosmic things, he's lost in his mind. Like, subscribe, buckle up, the ride ain't tame. Aliens in the shadows, laughing at the flame. Metal shavings falling, confetti in his lair. Roach clips catching dreams, floating through the air. Mind sharper than the tools, thoughts ricochet. Grumpy's therapy's a trip, no ordinary day. Spin it up, twist it tight, grumpy on the grind. Captured rings, cosmic things, he's lost in his mind. Like, subscribe, buckle up, the ride ain't tame. Aliens in the shadows, laughing at the flame.
Alright, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, wherever you might be, whatever time it might be. Thank you for tuning in to Grumpy's Laid Back Carving. This is, again, we're carrying on with some more of the electrostakes. Went through, did the epoxy, and then sanded it back down, and then just sealed it with some of that Yorkshire polish. Gives it a little bit of beeswax and mineral oil. Gives it just a little bit of shine. But, that one glows in the dark. Time to put the clips on it. Oh, again, I hope everybody's having a great day. And it's Father's Day. So, well, at least it's Father's Day with me doing this part right here. Video won't be out until probably Wednesday. But happy Father's Day for everybody. A late happy Father's Day to everybody by the time you watch this. I hope everybody had a great happy Father's Day. Oh, time's going good so far. Everybody's still asleep here. Grumpy is an early bird. I don't like to sleep in. Don't get me wrong, I love to sleep in, but my body kicks my ass every time I do. The longer I lay in bed, the more I hurt when I get up. So most of the time, bright and early when them eyes pop up, I'm hitting the floor. Used to not be like that. Like I said, I guess with my aches and my pains, I mentally done told myself I can't lay in that bed, so I will wake up. Ooh, it's hot. Turn a little fan on, blow behind me, get me a little bit of a breeze in here. I don't have no air circulation. I need to get me a bigger one. They call them oscillating fans that'll sit on a little tripod, a little pole behind me, because I don't necessarily have to have the wind blowing directly on me, but as long as it's cutting it through the room, makes a big difference. Alright, that works good right there. Alright, I stretched out my tip, wallered it out, whatever you want to call it, and I'm kind of crimping it back to shape against the stick. And you gotta be careful on this part so you don't slip off that metal and pinch your stick right there. that'll ruin the integrity of it. Let me switch the glasses. I did it every time. Supposed to be wearing bifocals, so can't see with my regular glasses up close to me. Everything's kind of, I can see, but fine detail like the little tips of that start to blur out. And so I got my reading glasses, which is the prescription, because I have like astigmatism or something going on in one of my eyes and all that. And used to have freaking perfect vision, and I used to brag about it. Oh, I'm sorry if I just dropped some curse words, but I used to brag about my good vision. That caught up to me as I got older. But still using this thick thread. I've been everywhere but to the hobby store. Walmart don't have a good enough selection, so I can't get the cotton as thick as I want from there. I'm gonna have to go to Michael's and check out their selection. But drove right past it yesterday going to Home Depot, where I forgot. He's still doing 3 pulls, and I'll have some left over for sure. Alright, I got my big tail puller right there. That's still that very first piece of that braided line off of that roll. Like I told my wife, I'll probably won't never have to get back into that box. Stretching out my puller behind me. And again, right here, you just got to get your finger to work. Hold it down right there at an angle. And then you wrap that line a couple of times, and after a couple of wraps, it grabs itself. See there, and holds itself tight. And if you do it right, you don't have to trim or burn nothing off, which is always a plus. And this one I did it good, so I don't have to burn or cut nothing. All right. And now just hold your pressure and bunch everything down and cover up your clip. That's the key thing, is just I keep it pulled tight, pinched tight with my thumb and my finger, and then just slowly angle your thread just a touch, and as you wrap, it will slowly walk down the clip and pretty much stay thread by thread tight. And sometimes you might push in with your fingernail like that, keep it bunched up. Now I'm getting close to the edge right here, and so it's gonna get clicked. It just clicked off, and so what I do is I'll wrap it a few times to cover as much of the clip as I can right there with it jumping off, but then just go on down the stick and build the thickness of your thread up. So however long you want your wrap, wrap on down your stick that length. Alright, hold that. Remember, go back behind you and make sure your string's not twisting up and knotting. But you get your wrap built up like that, then work your way back up. And what you're doing is you're building up this bottom side to get it about the thickness of the metal up there. And then that way when you wrap back up to the top, it builds up and you don't have a big uneven lump. You're trying to keep your thread even and making it look symmetrical too. You don't want that to be all sloppy and ugly after all your hard work on the rest of it. But with thinner thread, it lays and covers better, so I'm definitely gonna get the thinner thread again. But I'm gonna use what I got until I do. The thinner thread just pulls in tighter, it blends together, you can't see your back and forth, it kinda all meshes in as one. Alright, hey, I picked it up on the first grab. Write that down. Alright, kind of hold it in place on that first one like that. Still good. Don't wrap it too tight, you won't pull it through, but you want to wrap it down all the way down and hold your string in place like that. Jumped the gun on the last one. I didn't get to the bottom before I started twisting it. I didn't want it to twist up on me. But get it like that and then just walk your way back up. Just go slow. You want to cover up all that puller thread, that bright yellow and green. Cover that up. You don't want to see none of that.
Danger hums like a storm in the air. Fingers tremble, but you wouldn't dare.
That's not bad at all.
Electric whispers under the moonlight. Electric blue cutting through the night.
Come back up. Holding my thumb right here so I don't lose all my tension in my wrap. Ain't come undone would just be a bummer. You can rewrap it, but you don't want to. As long as you hold it tight, you don't have to. And that's why I need the thicker thread, because this part right here, I have a lot of tension on that, and that thin cotton, I'm not able to hold this much tension like that. And with my issues on my nerves, sometimes I can't tell how much tension I'm pulling. Perfect. That was tight, but that's how I like them to pull through. Alright. Now, I just use this block. Again, I can do it without the block. I just use that so it's easier for y'all to see. But again, your wrap right here, you got that puller covered. You don't want that tail to be longer than that wrap, because then it's going to stick through down here. And you don't want no knots, and you don't want no string sticking through. That's the whole purpose of wrapping like this. So you cut it about half that distance, because you can just see the tip of your puller right there. Okay, that's where the top of your string is. It's just starting to pull in. So
Grumpy's in the shop tonight.
Half that little distance, that little tail is going to stop about halfway, and you'll have no knots and no lines sticking out. That one wrapped nice. Even for the thick string, it looks better. I guess I'm getting better at the thick string. I'm getting used to it. That's going to suck. I'm going to get too used to it, and the thin stuff's going to feel funny. That's how it goes. Alright, not too bad. That's my leftover. That's about one pull. Yep, that's exactly one pull. But like I said, I'd rather have extra. That way, if I do catch a knot early, sometimes it's gonna be towards the end of the thread, so you might have enough, or you might have to unwrap some and go backwards. So less, I'd rather have extra. The thread's not that expensive, and it lasts a long time. So. And once I find the size I need and the numbers and stuff on it, I'm gonna go on Amazon and buy me a couple of nice size spools. That way I don't ever have to worry about running out. Cause yeah, I'm funny. Once I find something that I like, I'm a creature of habit. I guess that's part of my. I don't have OCDs. I'm just a little ADHD, and some of my quirks is just creature of habit, and then textures and stuff like that. Yeah, some of that stuff gets to me. But yeah, I find the thread I like, I will definitely buy it in bulk. It's just that one thread. I bought that so daggone long ago. It's crazy too. I've made a couple of 100 clips off of that roll. That's the crazy thing about it. I haven't made thousands of clips, but I daggone sure got a handful of them out there. Alright, I got a big old bead of glue that I'm walking all the way around. Can't see it at this camera angle. I do have another camera. It's a phone, but I'm using the camera off of it. Upgraded the wife's phone, so I'll be able to take possession of the old phone and see how it records. Her screen's busted, so I have to see if that affects the camera any. But if that don't affect the camera, then I'll be able to have different views while I'm filming until I can buy better cameras. I'm trying to do my research to see what kind of cameras I need to get. I want at least 2 camera angles while I'm doing a project at the same time. That way I can go back and edit between the two into the one video. Just gives it, I guess, a little more showmanship. I don't know, but that's what I want. I want 2 cameras, and then I can have it, you know, permanently in the mount. I don't have to keep moving them back and forth, because when I do my lathe, I set my phone up on one angle and I start my video and true up the piece of wood, and then once I get the piece of wood not true, I stop recording and then I switch the camera into the next mount and then start back up from there. Yeah, if I had 2 of them recording at the same time, then that gives me the ability to pan back and forth between editing and it be the same shot. And I'm kind of excited for that. It's gonna make the editing process a little more, but that's what I'm doing, y'all. I'm doing this YouTube for a therapy thing. Gives me something to do, keeps me busy, and I don't want it to be a stressful, busy to do, because in that, at the same time, it keeps me out of my head and it occupies me. Happy thoughts, we say, happy thoughts. Alright, y'all, this one has turned out rather nice. Glued up good. That's still wet, but I'm fixing to show you the glow. Now, I didn't put anything on the rings. I didn't want to even burn them at first. I was wanting to leave them natural, but they caught a little current just the way it was sitting when I was burning the rest of the stick. So I went ahead and tried to add some burn around it, but it didn't quite work out. I think it's a little too much juice for the size. But all in all, stick looks awesome. Let's see here. Oh no, I got the light on my phone. Let's see if we can turn that on. But you can still see the UV, or just the glow. And then so, looks good. Alright, let's see if I can turn off my light on my phone. See, I was complaining in my last video about my light. I can't get back to the option to do it.
Grumpy's in the shop, lathe humming that grind, steel shaving stands, lost track of the time. Roach clips stacking, captured rings on the rise, metal sparks ignite like fireworks in the sky. Finger steady, precision like a surgeon's blade, dust clouds in the air, a masterpiece is made. Therapy in the grind, medication in the smoke, crafting art from chaos while the haters choke. Hit that like, subscribe, come along for
this
the
one, like I
ride in
said,
this
this
metal
glow will
shop
glow
where
without
the magic
UV
collides.
light.
Dust in the flow, let the therapy spark. From the heat of creation, we ignite the dark.
UV light.
Subscribe, come along for the ride in this metal shop where the magic collides. Dust in the flow, let the therapy spark. From the heat of creation, we ignite the dark. Spinning light, rhythm like a heartbeat thump. Roach clips polish, every detail plump. Captured rings gleam, under shop lights bright. Transforming raw material, day into night. Hands calloused, but the soul feels light. Crafting dreams while the sparks take flight. Join this journey where the grind don't stop. Find peace in the chaos of the spinning top. Hit that like, subscribe, come along for the ride in this metal shop where the magic collides. Dust in the flow, let the therapy spark. From the heat of creation, we ignite the dark. Subscribe, come along for the ride in this metal shop where the magic collides. dust in the flow, let the therapy spark. From the heat of creation we ignite the dark.